hybridization, again we'll start. That we discussed yesterday about hybridization topic, and we said that hybridization takes place between atomic orbitals of the central atom. Side atoms are not involved in the process of hybridization, okay? And atomic orbitals of nearly equal energy can only undergo hybridization. For example, I had written 2s and 2p can undergo hybridization, okay? Because their energies are almost equal, not equal but almost equal, okay? But 2s and 3p cannot undergo hybridization, okay, because their energies are different. First thing, the shell number is changing, 2s and 3s. It is not so that if shell will change they cannot undergo hybridization, but most of the time it is so that the shell is same, then only hybridization takes place. But it can take place between whom? For example, 3d and 4s. We know that these two orbitals have nearly s and d of third shell and fourth shell have almost equal energy. So 3d and 4s can undergo hybridization, okay? The shell is changing but they can undergo hybridization. So how do we decide that which orbitals are going to do undergo hybridization or not? So there are fixed number of orbitals which undergo hybridization. For example, if first we discuss about types of hybridizations which are possible, okay? So one type of hybridization possible is sp hybridization. It is very simple. When s orbital of central atom mixes with one of the p orbital of the same central atom to make sp hybrid orbital, okay? This will be sp hybrid orbital. Now if we try to understand this, then s is having a spherical shape, okay? p is having dumbbell shape. Now these are not overlapping with each other. I have shown it like this, not necessary to show it like this, because they are not undergoing overlapping, because overlapping always takes place between one atom and another atom, and here we are talking about the same central atom. S orbital of the central atom undergoes hybridization with the p orbital of the same central atom. These two are mixing just like a bottle of white color and red color. Suppose two bottles we have, one is of red color, one is of white color. When we mix them together, we will get again two bottles, but the color will be intermediate, not red, not white, okay? Same will happen here when you mix s and p. Now after mixing, two more new hybrid orbitals are formed, okay? Two new hybrid orbitals are formed which is neither s nor p, because which is neither red nor white. Just like it, now the two new hybrid orbitals are now neither like s nor like p. They are new combination formed, okay? And there, if we talk about characteristic of the two, they have 50% s character and 50% p character, the new hybrid orbitals which are formed. Now they are going to change their shape. After mixing these two, as the color shade changes from red or white to intermediate color pink, same way when these two will mix, they will form two new hybrid orbitals. This is one hybrid orbital. Sorry, both have equal lobes. Means one lobe big and one lobe small, okay? Similar, this is one lobe big and the other lobe small. This is one, this is second. These are two hybrid orbitals known as sp hybrid, okay? This is sp hybrid. So sp hybrid orbital is formed from s and p of almost equal level. This may be 2s, 2p, or 3s, 3p, 4s, 4p. any can form it, but they should be of the same shell, you can say. 4s 4p can undergo sp hybridization. 4s 3p cannot undergo this. Okay, so same shell having s and p can undergo this type of hybridization, sp hybridization. And when these one s and one p combine, they form a new shape. This new shape is a double dumbbell shape, just like p, but having small lobes inside. Okay, now this s has disappeared, this p has disappeared, and we have got a new hybrid orbitals too, one this side, one this side. Is this clear? And this is known as sp hybrid orbital. If you talk about the shape of this, the shape is linear, and the angle between these two lobes of sp hybrid orbitals are 180 degree. Is this clear? See, little time you will take to understand the concept of hybridization, because in the previous theory which we were doing, we were talking about the geometry which was made with the help of central atom and the side atoms. But now we are talking about the geometry only responsible because of central atom hybridization. Clear? So little time it will take. Shape is linear, angle is 180 degree, sp is the hybridization's name. Now I will take one example and try to explain it to you. Suppose I take BeCl2. Yesterday also we had put this formula, molecules formula, and again today we will talk about it. BeCl2 is a molecule whose formation, if we try to explain on the basis of your octet rule completion, we cannot explain, because beryllium has atomic number 4 and according to it, it is 2 and 2. Outermost shell has only 2 electrons, 1 and 1. Valence electrons are 2. It is bonding only to 2 chlorine atoms. 6 and 7. 1 bond here, 1 bond here. Beryllium has only 4 electrons, and still this molecule is a stable molecule. But its formation cannot be explained on the basis of Lewis concept as well as on the basis of VSEPR theory. We cannot explain it. But now with the help of hybridization concept, it is possible to explain formation of such molecules who have incomplete octet or expanded octet, which we have discussed in the Lewis concept. Okay, now we will see to this BeCl2, that how it is formed and why it is stable. I told that as we start hybridization concept, we have to switch over to SPDF type of classification for filling of electrons. Now for beryllium, I will write atomic number 4, distribution 2 and 2. This is 1s2, this is 2s2. Okay. Now when 2s2 is there, 2p will also be there, but having no electron in it, because whatever electrons it had are just filled in 1s2 and 2s2. 2p is there because second number of shell is there, so it will have s as well as p, but that p will be vacant. Okay, so I will make it here 1s, 2s, and this is 2p. This is ground state structure of beryllium. Central atom, we are not talking about chlorine atom which is bonded to the beryllium. We are just talking about beryllium. Now what will happen in this condition? Beryllium is not going to do any type of chemical bonding because it has 2 electrons and they both are paired. But we know that still if any particular atom has 2 electrons here, still its octet is not complete. Okay, but it is forming bond. How it is forming, this we have to see. Now after ground state, what happens, that this will undergo hybridization. This is 2s and this is 2p. What is the concept of hybridization? Hybridization is the process in which 2 or more than 2 atomic orbitals of nearly equal energy undergo hybridization to form hybrid orbitals of equal energy. Okay, so this is the inner orbital, we will not talk about it. This is valence shell. All the process for chemical bonding take place only in the valence shell, not in the inner shells. So what it will do? It will absorb some energy, and from where that energy will come? When any particular atom is approached by some other atom, and in this case, who is approaching beryllium? Chlorine is approaching to make bond. Whenever there any other atom approaches for the formation of bond, that time the energy required for this process is supplied by the incoming atoms which are coming. Okay, so if beryllium is not undergoing any type of chemical combination, then there will be no hybridization. But when beryllium has some nearby atom which is ready to form bonds with beryllium, then that atom will supply it some energy, and that energy will start the process of hybridization. Okay, so this is not important that from where it is getting energy. What is important is this, that how it takes place. That when it is in ground state, it absorbs some energy and it comes in excited state. What is that excited state? 1s will not be affected. This 2s, one electron from here jumps to here. And now the configuration of beryllium becomes 2s1 2p1, and this will happen only at the time of bonding. Whenever you have to write its configuration, you will always write this, not this one. But now this electron has jumped here, and this 2s and p, what has happened? This s and this p, one of the p, have undergone hybridization and they have become one. Okay, they have undergone hybridization, and now this 2 and this 2s and 2p has become sp hybrid, and this is remaining p x and py. Okay, these two have combined, s and p hybrid is there, and one electron is present in both of them. Now once they have become like this, this is in the form of boxes, and this is in the form of shapes of orbitals. Shape of s is like this, the box s represents this, box p represents this. Okay, and when these two mix together in boxes form, we have made it like this, but in the structure form it is like this. Okay, so now both of them, these are two hybrid orbitals of equal energy named as sp hybrid orbital. These are two having one electron both, one electron both, like this. Clear? And why I have written here px and py? Whenever hybridization will take place, the first p orbital which will participate will always be pz. Which one? Which is horizontal to the nuclear axis, SE, this one. Yesterday we had discussed there are three. One is px, one is py, and one is pz. So which one is pz? First, always that will participate in the hybridization process. Okay, so this is sp hybrid orbital made. Now the geometry is the shape of the orbital is linear with bond angle 180 degree. Clear? After this, what will happen? Now it has to undergo. Now there are two unpaired electrons. These two unpaired electrons have now to undergo pairing with chlorine, because chlorine is making bond with it in this case. Okay, so when chlorine has to make bond, what will happen? This chlorine now will, we know that chlorine has 2, 8 and 7. Okay, and what we were doing, that we were sharing this when we have made the structure BeCl like this. So Cl was sharing one electron with beryllium. So chlorine will share one electron with beryllium. This chlorine will share one electron with beryllium. And now they have become paired. You can see now they have become paired. And chlorine has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Still beryllium has 4 electrons. Its octet is not still complete. but now its bond formation is explained. In the previous case, when it was paired like this, its bond formation could not be explained, that even if it is paired, how it is forming bond with chlorine. But now after hybridization process, how it is making bond with chlorine is now explained. Okay, so it explains that even if it is not completing its octet, why the compound formed by beryllium as BeCl2 is a stable one, because it is pairing with two chlorines to complete the empty half-filled orbitals in this case. Okay, so now this is sp hybrid orbital of beryllium. The shape is given only by the central atom here. Side atom has no role in designing the shape of the central atom, linear geometry. In case of VSEPR theory, what we were doing? Suppose we had linear molecule, which one we had made? Not SO2. Linear one, this simply BeCl2. We will take afterwards. I will compare both VSEPR theory and this, and I will tell you that how we design the geometry in both the cases. This is clear. Now we know that in case of chlorine 2, 8 and 7. So this 7 will come in third. So 2, 8 and 7. This is 3s2, this one, and 3p5. This is actually the configuration for chlorine. P5 means what? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1 is unpaired, and this one unpaired is pairing with here. Okay, so now this is p orbital shape is this. Okay, so now what will happen? That the central atom is this, beryllium has got its shape after hybridization. This is the shape, bond angle 180 degree, shape is linear. Now one chlorine from this side, other chlorine from this side will overlap with the vacant orbitals of beryllium. Just we had seen the vacant orbitals, and because this orbital of chlorine which is overlapping is p, so it will overlap like this. It has one electron that is paired. This has one electron that is paired. Now this structure is linear structure, but the geometry is this much only. This is the overlapping with the side atom, and geometry will be given by this much part only, not by this part. Okay, you can make this orbital of chlorine, which I have made it like this also. So this will not decide the geometry. You can make it anyway. Whatever geometry is decided is only by the central atom in case of hybridization. Is it clear that now BeCl2, how it undergoes sp type of hybridization, and it has linear geometry and bond angle 180 degree. Clear? Only one we have taken just now. Now I will compare both, because these two things will keep on confusing you. The result of VSEPR theory and result of hybridization concept are same. There is no difference in the results, but approach is different. Okay, so we have to look to the question that what approach has been asked to us, whether question is related to hybridization or it is related to VSEPR theory. Now the same example, BeCl2, I will explain you with the help of both the theories. BeCl2 I am writing. Suppose question comes, what is the geometry of BeCl2 according to VSEPR theory? Okay, what you will do according to VSEPR theory? Beryllium, valence electrons, first atomic number is 4. Okay, valence electrons 2 and 2. 2 are valence electrons. Clear? First step, 2 valence electrons bonded to 2 side atoms. Okay, that means no lone pair. No lone pair. So that means it is A, B, 2 type of molecule. Now this we will have to remember that when AB2 type of molecule is there, when no lone pair is there, then geometry is A, B, B type. No lone pair, so no bending. Okay. This bond angle is 180 degree and geometry is linear. No distortion because there is no lone pair. Distortion will only be present when there is lone pair. Okay. So according to VSEPR theory, I have deduced its structure AB2 type because two valence electrons and two side atoms, 2 and 2 equal, no lone pair, so it will be AB2 type. This is A, this is B and this is 2. So AB2 type of molecule, AB2, both the sides 180 degree linear geometry. Okay. Now if I use that formula which I have told you, that half, if we want to calculate by the formula which I have given you, half number of valence electrons on the central atom 2 plus number of side atoms bonded 2 is equal to 2 plus 2, 4 by 2 is equal to 2. Number of pairs obtained 2. Number of side atoms 2. That means the geometry is a regular one. Either you calculate this manner or you calculate directly as I told you. Tally the valence electrons and side atoms. If they are equal, no lone pair. If they are not equal, then the number of lone pairs you will get. Whatever number is extra, that is the number of lone pair. Clear? Now by this method also you got the same geometry and same structure. Now you are asked, what is the geometry and what is the type of hybridization of BeCl2 molecule? What is the geometry and what is the shape of BeCl2 according to hybridization concept, and what will be its hybridization? Now suppose this you have to calculate. Now you will write BeCl2 here. Okay. Again you can find out that same formula. Half number of valence electrons on the central atom 2 plus number of side atoms bonded by single bond 2 is equal to 4 by 2 is equal to 2. Number of hybrid orbitals, same formula but its application in a different way. Here we were getting the number of pairs obtained. Here I am writing number of hybrid orbitals. This is actually number of hybrid orbitals 2. Again we will tally here. 2 is the number of hybrid orbitals, 2 is the number of side atoms. That means there is no lone pair. No lone pair. Okay. Now number of hybrid orbitals are 2. So what is the type of hybridization? Always we will start with S and P. Because the number is 2, so always first one will be S, and if there is second one present, then it will be P. Okay. So type of hybridization is SP. Without finding out by arranging, that later you can do, but by just putting the value in formula you can find out that its hybridization is SP. As we will proceed and we will see for other molecules, you will come to know that it is very easy by doing this method, getting number of hybrid orbitals. Suppose it comes 3. Suppose this number instead of 2 comes 3. Then what I will do? SP2. 1S and 2P have undergone hybridization, and type of hybridization will be SP2. If it is this number is 4, so the hybridization will become SP3. Like this it goes on increasing. So number of hybrid orbitals easily tell us about the type of hybridization. Only thing is this, that we have always to start with S and P. So BeCl2 type of hybridization is SP. Whenever hybridization is SP, 1S and 1P, the shape will remain this, small lobes inside. This shape is linear. Angle is 180 degree. And side atoms chlorine are bonded like this. So conclusions are same. You can just see. Whether we do hybridization or we do, this is hybridization. Formula used in both the cases is same. Here also same formula, but the number here which we are getting is the number of hybrid orbitals. Same formula we used in case of VSEPR theory also, but the number which was coming was giving us the number of total pair of electrons, okay, bond pair and lone pairs. If this number and this number is same, that means there is no lone pair, whether it is hybridization concept or it is VSEPR concept, okay. From VSEPR theory also, the shape is linear, angle is 180. From hybridization also, shape is linear and bond angle is 180 degree. Conclusions are same, but the approach is different. Clear? So you will have to make, finally when we will finish with all, you will make a table of it to understand that how these things can be compared. Now suppose in exam you find difficult, there may be some who have problem with hybridization concept, na? VSEPR is clear but hybridization is not clear. So there is no problem. You just deduce the geometry with the help of VSEPR theory, because shape and bond angle are going to come same. Okay. So at least two things you will find common. Only thing is this, that in terms of VSEPR we have written it AB2 type of molecules, and in terms of hybridization we have written it as SP hybridization. Okay, so at least if you do by this method also, then two things you can tell about hybridization also, that is the geometry is linear, bond angle is 180. Geometry is linear, bond angle is 180, and by this you can correlate that whenever there is linear geometry, in case of hybridization, the type of hybridization is SP, and you can write its name. But some of the things you will have to remember by making table, that linear geometry SP, linear geometry SP, SP for hybridization, and AB2 type of molecule. Like this, correlations are needed. Clear? Today many have not written names in the message box. Right, for attendance, it's necessary. So now, is it clear what we have discussed? Please answer, some of you. Is it clear what has been discussed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, let us take another example, one more example. Now I come to BF3 molecule, or I can also take BCl3. They are same because fluorine and chlorine both are halogens. So any of the example we can take. Valence electron will remain same in both cases. Now BF3, this is example of a molecule. B is the central atom, F are the side atoms. Okay. Now I come for hybridization concept. In hybridization, what will happen if I write the valence electrons of boron? They are 5. Distribution is 2 and 3. 1s2, 1s2 and 2p1. This is the ground state configuration. 1s2 and 2p is having only one electron. This is ground state configuration for boron atom. But you can see that boron is bonded to 3 fluorine atom, and it is not possible because only one is unpaired. How it can make covalent bond with 3? So it is possible only when it undergoes hybridization. Now this is ground state. In excited state, after absorbing energy, what it will do? It will transfer its one electron to P. Now transferring electron from here to here is not possible unless their energies are equal. Okay. So first thing what they do is that they hybridize together. Now this 1s, 1p and one more p, because this electron has to go here. So this and this undergo hybridization, and we get a hybrid orbital of 1, 2 and 3, and this one is left aside. This is hybrid orbital. Now this is having one electron, this is having one electron, and this has jumped here and come here. This is sp2. spp becomes sp2 hybrid orbital. So as many are undergoing combination, the name is according to that only. sp2 type of hybridization. Now we have 3 in all 3 hybrid orbitals, s and 2p, 1 2 3. Now in the central atom, when there are sp2 hybrid orbitals, this is box form. Okay, now if we come to shape, then s will be like this. Okay, one of the p will be like this, and one of the p maybe it is like this or it is tilted, any we can take. Now these three, s, p and p, are undergoing hybridization. Okay, when they undergo hybridization, they will give rise to a new hybrid orbital geometry. What that geometry is? That geometry is three big lobes and three small lobes. Okay, now these are three hybrid orbitals formed by this. I told that after hybridization a new shape is formed, and that shape gives rise to geometry of the molecule. Now this is actually what you can see. This is trigonal planar geometry, which is also there in BSEPR theory. So one electron here, one electron here, and one electron here. This is sp2. One of them is having is s, one of them is not one of them. They have merged together and then distributed again, just like colors merged together and then redistributed as same color. So this is sp2 type of hybridization.